Welcome to Rick's Garage. Today we're going to be installing a Pitman arm. This Pitman arm will be installed in a 2001 Dodge Ram pickup two-wheel drive. Before we begin, I want to talk a little bit about safety. Make sure you use good quality jack stands. Make sure they're on a solid level floor. Make sure you chock the rear wheels and set the emergency brake. Okay, first of all, we're going to remove this nut right here. This is a 33 millimeter socket that you'll need. A 1 5/16 socket will work, but it'll be a little bit sloppy. If you do not have one of these sockets, if you're anywhere near an AutoZone, they will actually lend you one. You put a $10 deposit on it, they'll give you the socket, and you get your $10 back when you return it. So let's see how easily this will come off. Oops, wrong way. There we go. That wasn't too bad at all. Okay, so that socket did a good job. As you can see, I've been using an impact wrench. If you don't happen to have one, a breaker bar and a pipe for leverage will do just nicely. For the steering link end, you're going to need a 24 millimeter deep socket. I do not have an impact socket that size, so I'm going to have to use the breaker bar to get it started. So here goes. That was easy enough. It seems to be moving quite well. I hope not the whole thing is moving. So as you may have noticed, there was no cotter pin and castle nut in the last segment. If you look at the nut I'm holding in my hand, it has little tabs that bite into the threads and will lock the nut in place. Therefore, this nut can only be used once. That's why a new one is supplied with the kit. Next, we're going to install a special puller called a Pitman arm puller. If you do not have one of these, you can buy it at any part store. Once again, if you live near an AutoZone, they will let you borrow this tool for a deposit. So you just simply put it on and turn it until the Pitman arm breaks free. Okay, sometimes you can get a hammer and tap it a little bit. Careful not to damage the threads. Alright, looks like we need a little more leverage, so I'm going to get the breaker bar. Like I say, something's going to give. Either the Pitman arm's going to break free, or the Pitman arm puller is going to break. But at this point I would put on my safety glasses. In case something did happen. Okay. There it goes. I knew something had to give. So something broke there. I hope it wasn't my tool. But we're going to find out. Alright, it appears to be coming off. Finally. So you need a little leverage. There it is, it's out. Okay, so that was not easy, but we got it done with a leverage, a Pitman arm puller, breaker bar, and a pipe. So now we're on to the next. Okay, we've run into our first problem. Because of the length of the stem coming through here, I cannot fit my tie rod end puller onto the Pitman arm. So we're going to have to resort to using a what's called a pickle fork and a big old hammer. So let's see how this goes. All right, wasn't exactly what I had in mind, but it worked. I don't know how well you can see this, but we're ready to install the new Pitman arm. And there are these little splines right in through here. There's 4 of them. You gotta make sure you line those up correctly or you'll damage the receptacle that they go on. So it's just something, make sure if you need glasses, put on a good set of glasses, have a good light, and make sure you line those up correctly. I'm ready to reinstall the Pitman arm. You can actually see the spline area I'm talking about right there. You want to make sure you get that lined up really good. So to do that, I'm going to have a little extra flashlight with me so I can focus some light on it. I'm going to get directly underneath it, and I'm going to make sure that I line those up. So we know that this goes this way, and let me focus my flashlight. And I see the spline exactly fits just like that. Okay, so I got those splines lined up perfectly. It's very important. Oh, you didn't see my bald head. All right, I put a little bit of oil on the nut, and I'm going to put it on there and tighten it up, but I'm not going to tighten it up to specs yet. I'm just going to roughly secure it till I get the other side attached. Okay. And we're going to retighten that up using our 33mm socket that we just recently purchased. I could, like I said, I could have borrowed it for 10 bucks, but it was only $15 to buy it, so I decided I wanted it. Alright. Looks like that's up all the way. Alright, we're ready to install the linkage. You may need to turn the wheel back and forth a little bit to get this on. Push it up. Good thing they left this thing long. Get that nut started. And then you'll need your 24mm socket. I'm not going to tighten it up all the way. There. Okay, like I said, I didn't tighten it all the way because this is not an impact socket and I don't want to destroy the socket, but I've got it up there, And so now you can look up the actual foot-pounds and how tight they're supposed to be. All that remains to be done is to torque the two nuts to specifications. The big nut is to be torqued to 180 foot-pounds, and the little nut on the steering link is to be torqued to 85 foot-pounds. If you don't happen to have a torque wrench, then take a breaker bar with a good long pipe and put the big nut as tight as you can, and put the little nut as tight as you can with just the breaker bar, and you should be fine. So that's all I have for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful to you all.